Welcome back, Bridgeburner 412, with our 100% walkthrough of Bloodborne. So in our last episode, we pounded the Cleric Beast, and then we annihilated Papa Guac, Father Gascoigne. So now we're ready to continue our adventure. We leveled up a bit here. I think I used all my levels. Let's just double check.
Very well.
Yes. So we're at 17 Vitality, 17 Endurance. We're going to try to get those to 20 and start unloading in strength here a little bit. I'm not sure if we have the Kirkhammer available yet. Let's take a look. We do, but it's 3,000 Echo, so that's a strength scaling weapon. C in strength, it's going to take 16 and 10. Let's see, what do we have on board at the moment? We got 15 and 9, so 2 levels. So we're going to go ahead and grab 2 levels and get that, and then we'll work with the Kirkhammer for a little bit just to show you the beautifulness of that weapon. We do have some insight. If you look in our upper right-hand corner there where the eyeball is, that is the insight number that we have. So you don't want to carry too much insight because it escalates the difficulty of the game. I think at 11 it starts to escalate the difficulty. I just always try to keep it low. And we'll be buying a lot of bolt paper and fire paper with our insight as we go through. Okay, so let's continue on to the Tomb of Odin. And this is sort of a mini hub for the game. Cathedral Ward is where we'll be going, and we'll be getting a tool that we will need to add blood gems to our weapon on our way there. It's a short trip from Papa Guac. So this is where we kill Father Gascoigne. Oh, before we do that, I forgot. Let us head... Oh, we could have gone from here. Oh, well. We're going to head over to our little friend in Cathedral Ward who wanted us to find her mommy and daddy. In central Yharnam to deal with, and we discovered at the end of last episode that Father Gascoigne has gone total beast evolution and has murdered his own wife, and then we proceeded to murder him. So now there's a little girl who is an orphan. So we're going to go and talk to her. Wondering what the fastest way is. I'm just going to go the old way. Just run past all of the baddies. Did I never get these Molotovs? I guess I never got these Molotovs. Bad on me. This is a 100% walkthrough and I missed those Molotovs. Let's pass all these rubes. Manage your stamina. Ah! Try not to hit all of the ornamentation and decoration of the Victorian era architecture. So if you get to here, they don't follow. Let's see. I'm going to try to get tiny here. I'll show you that move that I was unsuccessful at, right under the elbow. And I missed it again. I promise, really, if you get under that elbow and do a charged attack, I might have let go of that button too soon, I don't know. You can get a visceral on him. I'll talk to her.
Hello, Mr. Hunter. Still can't find my mum.
Now, your conscience will tell you to give her the red jeweled brooch. But that will end her quest line, and you will not get the gem that's in the brooch. So we're going to keep it.
Okay, I can wait. Mum knows I'm really brave, and you're very kind. I won't be afraid. I'll be a good girl. I promise.
And we might come back and advance her quest, possibly. But it's pretty dark. And unlike the other quest lines, the NPC quest lines, you don't really get anything from it, except the tragedy. So we'll see how the mood strikes us. I am going to kill these guys, so because of vials. They're pretty easy to visceral. And I would suggest, spending some time on these guys to practice your viscerals if you're having a hard time, because you'll get your gun timing down a little bit better, and they're more forgiving in terms of the window. There's quite a window for the gun parry on those guys. Because as you saw with our Father Gascoigne fight, gun parries help immeasurably. And this will be part of the vial run, blood vial run. Now we can talk to Gilbert.
Yes, but the great
And oh, we have to actually get to Cathedral Ward before he'll give us the flame sprayer. Flame sprayer is a left-hand weapon. The slot you put your gun in, and does exactly what it says: shoots flames. So as I was saying, Cathedral Ward is kind of like a mini hub for the game. A lot of our adventure will branch out of Cathedral Ward over the course of our gameplay. So we will become familiar with it. It'll also be a hub where we are going to be sending NPCs so that they will give us stuff. So when we beat Papa Guac, we got the Erden Tomb Key. So you have to beat Father Gascoigne before you advance in the game. Otherwise, you can never get through that gate. So when I said Father Gascoigne is a skill gate, he is a skill gate. Soulsborne games have this quality of putting certain bosses in your way that you absolutely have to beat in order to progress the game. Not just to progress the game, but so that you have your skills developed to an adequate level. So this is the Blood Gem Workshop tool. We will be using that to put blood gems in our weapons. So here we are, Cathedral Ward. There's a little cutscene of where you walk in. It's easy to miss this guy. You walk in, and in the cutscene you sort of see him in the corner of your eye there as you walk in, but he's easily missed. And you want to talk to him because he's going to tell you to send people to Untitled Chapter. So that old lady that we met in Cathedral Ward, we are going to send here because she's going to give us something. Let's go do that right now before I forget. The NPC quest lines in this game are notoriously obscure. To get them all to go through to their completion, there are a lot of steps. And if you don't do the steps at the proper time, you basically don't get to advance the game on their quest lines. And because some of them are going to have items that we're going to want, it's crucial that we advance them in the proper way. One of the things we want is 3 umbilical cords, which will allow us to have the secret boss at the end. Alright, so we're back here. We're going to go past our little girl again over here. Probably could have waited on her and done it all at once, but so be it. Practice our... Uh-oh. Practice our run. past mayhem, and you can, of course, farm all these guys through here for vials and bullets. This might be a good early farm run. It'll also give us another try at Tiny over here. Did someone follow? Oh, Mr. Rake. Give me some vials. Nothing. Alright, here we go. There we go. And he's always good for vials or shining coins. Wah wah. Shining coins are a worthless material in the game. Alright, so now we can tell her about Untitled Chapel. And she will set out to go there.
I love you almost as much as Mama.
Yeah, you say that now. But it ain't gonna last that way. So, there'll be lots of spoilers in this walkthrough. This is not meant to be a story mode playthrough. It's not a let's play. I treated the Winter Marathon as story mode. So if you're interested in the story with no spoilers, you might want to check that out. Die, rabid dogs. So basically, oh, the doggo. Just trying to shoot it. Dead. So now you can get this crabby old lady to Untitled Chapel, and she will be there, and we'll be getting... apparently I wanted to sit down there. I'm not sure what that was all about. I'm trying to climb through the doggy door. So she'll go to Untitled Chapel, and she will be a source of sedatives for us later. Sedatives are the devices that it's a potion to eliminate frenzy, the most despised mechanic in the game, and you will see why when we get there. Always kill those guys for vials. He dead. And back we go. We can pick up the Kirk hammer. I'm not sure how many shards we have. We might not have enough shards to really level it. Kind of torn with what I want to do in terms of the Kirk hammer. I do want to get it though, because in terms of a strength build item, it is really, it's really a sweet item. Probably behind only the whirligig saw, which we're gonna get. What do I have here in terms of it? I only have 2. But we're going to get a ton of them in Cathedral Ward. Basically, let's get rid of that. And we need our levels anyway, so that's okay. So we can't put that on. I can't show you the moveset or anything yet. We need to get our 2 levels, which we will be getting here shortly. So I hope you're enjoying the walkthrough. If you are, please subscribe, hit that bell for notifications. Would be greatly appreciated. So coming out of Cathedral Ward here, we're going to be coming across some enemies that are fairly easy to parry, but hit very hard. Eileen will be there eventually. there's going to be a gate up there that's closed that we're going to open from the other side. There's a door here that's closed that we will open later in the game, quite a bit later in the game. So these are the church watchers. So they're really quite simple to parry. They usually give vials or bullets. Alright, now, there is an outfit there. It's basically the outfit we have with the exception of a top hat. You'll probably want to grab it because you can sell it. However, the deal is you cannot stand there for a long time. Because if you do, you will get sucked into another dimension. So just grab it and get out. Yeah, and it will pull you somewhere where you don't want to go at this level in the game. So, be aware. And we have our first church giant that we're going to face. They hit very hard, as you could imagine, but like many Soulsborne characters, I didn't know you could parry him. But apparently it's not going to be the visceral. Learn something every day. So they swing very far, very hard, and it's kind of tough because you're in kind of a doorway. Got some weird timings on his swings. Just maintain at least a pip of stamina so you can dodge when he pulls that weapon up. A little tip, when you have 20 blood vials and you think an enemy's going to drop a blood vial, heal up so that when you... Oh, we got a shard. Nice. So that when you do get the blood vials, 2 shards, you can be back to 20, because you can only carry 20 at a time. Unless you get some runes later in the game. Okay, so now up here is a door, a gate, that requires an emblem. Now you can buy the emblem from the font in the Hunter's Dream. It's either 10,000 or 20,000 blood echoes, which at this point in the game is really expensive. So we're not going to do that, because there is a way to get that without needing to buy the badge. Okay, so we got a couple of tinies. This guy saw us. This guy's a little bit trickier to parry with his big statue. Timing is a little bit different. It hits pretty hard. Hey, come back. Gotta wait a fraction of a second longer. Continue your rally. Keep hitting them while you're rallying. Did I keep my... Oh, I took everything off for the music box. So let's put our Molotovs back there. I don't like to have a crowded bar because I end up like flying through all of the items. So I basically just put on what I need. And just pull this guy over. You don't want to fight him there because there's birds and it will mess with your targeting. Pull him back, gun parry him, and then finish him off. Barking birds are the worst. Back here, get the monocular, which is a binocular. You put that in your slot over here. And then when you use it, you can zoom into things and see. There's really no reason for us to use it. I never use it. But it's nice if you're, looking across the way to see if there's a shiny or something like that. But we kind of know where everything is, so it's not going to be a problem. Bird here. Okay, here's another church giant, and he has this giant ball and chain, which, yes, he will swing around. There's also a wandering nightmare there, which is a source item. Oh, he just ran away. Who will disappear after a period of time. He's going to give us some blood shards. And I'm going to show you how to get him back as soon as we finish with this guy. Stay on that right hip. It's a second giant I parried, or visceral. I didn't know you could do that with those guys. Okay, lots of blood shards. We'll be able to level that Kirk hammer a few levels. So what you do when you miss a wandering nightmare that has resources is you just log out of the game, and you're going to log back in the game, and the nightmare will be there. He will have returned. It's a rather irritating mechanic. I'm not sure why it's there. And it's also, if you leave the area and then come back, it will reappear. So if you like if you used a lamp and gone back to the Hunter's Dream and come back, it'll be back there. But this is a lot faster. Oh, there he is. Just eliminate him. And we get 3 shards. We're going to have 1,000,000 of these shards before too long. And these get your level, your weapon level up to +3. Then the next tier item is twin blood shards. And we have our first gemstone. We also have a gemstone here with that brooch. If you use the brooch, it will give you another gemstone. So, if you go over to this item, it will tell you what each one does. So this will increase my physical attack. This will increase my physical attack and my rally potential 1.8%. Gives me 1.8% more points that I can rally back. And HP continues to cover at 1% with his Tempering Blood gemstone. Or not 1%, but +1. Which, for all intents and purposes, is meaningless. You can't even see it on your bar doing any kind of effect, because it is very, very slow. Okay, so that's this little area. That's all that's here. So when you head back to where we started, come through the gate to this lever, not that lever over there, because you'll be on the wrong side, but this lever. You close this lever, and that giant that we killed here will always spawn behind that gate, and he'll be trapped there. So if you're coming through here and coming up there, you don't ever have to deal with that giant ever again. We'll never open that gate again. That gate is closed forever. Alright, so we're going to continue on down. There's some stuff over here. There is a dog. If you can get him out here, that is definitely the thing to do, because there's other enemies who will interfere with your adventure. Cold Blood dupe. Some more Molotovs that we've yet to use. Oh, I guess we did use one with the Cleric Beast. So you can see there's a couple bad dudes. That guy with the torch will hit you with the torch as well as the deal. There's Mr. Cutlass. Let's finish him off. Where'd he go? Wasn't there another guy? There he was. He was over there, pitchfork. Collect our vials. collect our bullets. We're going to be going in this door in a moment. I'll just show you a little peek, see what's in here. So this is the door. There is an item in there, and there is a path of progression that we're going to take there. Okay, do not just run up these stairs to that guy with the gun, because he does send down doggos. And you don't want to get plunked with the gun. There we go. While you're trying to beat the doggos. Top off. Juked, gunman. Give me your bullets. Okay, we're going to be going in there in a moment, but first we're going to meet our, what is the second or third NPC? Alfred?
You're a beast hunter, aren't you?
I am a beast hunter.
Oh, props. What?
Okay, so we're going to cooperate with him.
This.
And he will give you fire paper, which is going to be great.
There must be. Go on.
So he will tell you about the story items. You
I
can
bid you farewell.
scroll
It has
through
been a
that if you
pleasure.
wish.
May the good blood guide your way.
So now, was he Albert or Alfred? I can never remember his name.
There must be. Go.
It doesn't tell you, does it?
I bid you farewell. It has been.
I think it's Alfred? Arthur? Albert? We get him a little bit later to help us. Okay, so this is the door we peeked in with the coffin there. Get your madman's knowledge, so it opens up a doorway. And there's a bad dude waiting right down there for you. Kill him. Grab your madman's knowledge. Grab your blood vial. And we're going to head down to Old Yharnam. Another gemstone. There is a dog here, so you can work on your parry game. Or just do the old crush him from the back. And you saw with the stamina that we have so far built up in the game that you can just power through that guy without needing to back out and recover your stamina. There's an item there we're going to grab. You have to go down the ladder, come up the stairs to get those antidotes. Now I'm going to put those antidotes on right now because they are going to be crucial later, and there's nothing worse than not having an antidote on your bar when you get poisoned. So that's going to be our poison resist medicine. And here we are at a new lantern. Grab the pungent blood cocktail. We're going to be using that in our boss fight. Light your lamp. And we're going to go back. Let's see, we might not have enough for 2 levels. I don't think we have enough for 2 levels. So we might just continue on here a little bit in our next episode before we go back and level. If you're feeling uncomfortable carrying 7,000 echoes around, you can definitely go back, purchase that Kirk hammer, use the level if you can get a level, but we'll be doing that at the end of our next episode, or at some point in our next episode. So thanks for tuning in, and we will see you next time as we continue our full walkthrough of Bloodborne.